Today's episode is sponsored by Isabel Black. Here's to you for betting on the good stuff. Hello peeps and welcome to Foundation, a game that went into full release some months ago, but I've not had the opportunity to play it. I played it a lot while it was in development. It seems only right that we check it out now. Should you wish to play along, this is the map that I will be building on. And we aspire to build a prosperous priory for players who want to focus on a monastery and trading. This will be our heraldry. The village name is Bumbleton, and I am Pioneer Blarla. A new beginning. After a long journey throughout the realm, your people finally reach new lands. Your lands. Territories you can settle for reasons of your own. Your villagers await your command and are eager to offer advice about how to proceed, should you require it. Let me hear your advice. So my achievements are disabled because I do have a mod, which I will list in the description below. I have arrived to promising lands, which I have to settle. Buy a new territory. To start building your village, you must choose your first territory. Each available starting territory has all the basic resources you need to begin settling the new land. Later, you will be able to expand further by purchasing new territories. So we need to settle. And we've got a few that we could choose as our starting lands. But which one? This is nice here, this water mass here. It's quite nice. I think I quite like this area here. It does have all the beginning resources. We've got stone back here. There's a lot of trees for wood. We have berries here. More, in fact, loads of berries. Look, we've got absolutely masses of berries. Wow. They're certainly not going to go hungry. And we can have industry over here, housing here, separate it up a little bit with sort of a market in the middle, something like that. For an idea of where we are on the map, it would be this one here. So that water mass that we were just looking at, we'd be starting here. Now that I've decided where to settle, I must establish the village centre. Build a village centre. So we've got it here, village centre, a small resource depot. So I think we will put it in the centre here, as this is where we're sort of thinking about having a marketplace. You have founded the hamlet of Bumbleton. So here they are, our villagers kicking about around their village centre here. Now, one of them wants to speak to us. Advice. Organising work. The second piece of advice comes from a young, enterprising villager. Rather than letting everyone fend for themselves, she suggests that you organise labourers into appropriate workplaces. Builders into workshops, woodcutters into lumber camps, berry gatherers into their huts, and so on. Okay, let's put this advice into practice. Let's. Before constructing anything, I have to decide where the builders will work. We need a builder's workshop. Builder's workshop. Builders can be assigned here to work on construction around the village. Takes 5 wood, which is okay because the small amount of resources that we have with us, 10 berries, 20 cloth, 60 wood and 40 tools. It's not too bad. Let's figure out where we're going to pop this. We're going to want to keep it close, I think, when we get started. Our villagers are just sat in the woods, waiting for something to happen. Let's see. Let's keep it relatively close. I might pop it over here in the trees. There we go. Build. Now the first workplace is set. I have to assign villagers to work there. Assign a new builder. If we click on it, builders can be assigned here to work on construction around the village. Now we can click on the building and assign them this way, or we could take a look at our villagers, and choose a builder. Quite like the look of this chap here. Wow, what a name. Victorious. And then we can just assign him, it's a serf job, to builder. Oh, yes. There he is. So he can now build all of our buildings for us. That's great. I have to build a lumber camp to acquire wood for the villagers' construction. So build a lumber camp and assign a woodcutter. It makes sense. We got to build things. We're going to need a lot of timber. So we will get that done. Now, I probably am going to make them walk to it, though, because, you know, we've got all the stoneworks up here. I like the idea of sort of shoving it back here, you know, the industry, and we can then build it out back here, keeping this community area here and then the village sort of over here. You know, I like to try and separate it out into zones as though I'm playing SimCity or something. Lumber camp. Cut trees and produce wood. So this will take 2 tools and 10 doubloons. Now, of course, there is a distinct possibility that this building may get moved in the future, but where can we get it? I mean, there is a lot of trees around here. We can see this sort of circle around it because it does have a determinal effect on the desirability of the area. So keeping it away from homes is good, you know. So they're right back here in the forest. So it means that I think if we place it here, we can start arranging to move trees around the market and that sort of stuff, and remove trees from the areas where we're going to build. And then we can start expanding to renewable forest around here. I think that could work well for us. So we're going to build that. Off our builder goes. I've renamed him Matt. Matt the Victorious, after one of my channel members, Zeke Zenith. Chopping down trees. Got to clear the area. See, we need to clear the area. I really enjoy the style of this game. It looks great, right? It looks great. So he's clearing the land. Now, what I know is that when we clear the land like this, we don't get the wood for it. So I do try to be careful about where I place these things and try and get the resources beforehand. But of course, we're building the lumber camp. We're building the lumber camp, so we just have to do it this way. Look, he's got his tools. Matt's got the tools, everybody. Now, he has no water, rustic food, housing. None of his needs are met. But, oh, what a beautiful job. Oh, it is nice, isn't it? What a really nice camp in the woods. We need to assign a lumberjack. Who here might make a good woodcutter? Tybalt Sullenmouth. We're going to rename him after another one of my members. Trent Sullenmouth. And your job is going to be woodcutter. There we go. Heading to work. I have to inform the woodcutters about which resource to extract. So this is where we start painting our zones. So we're going to paint wood cutting. So this is where we can paint our zones. And I think what we're going to do is have him carve out this area. He can start chopping down wood so that we can open up our village centre. I think that could be nice. Gathering food. My people are getting hungry. They would like a gathering hut by the woods to collect berries. And we've got a gathering hut. Produce berries. 10 wood. 10 gold. A little gathering hut. Okay, where should we pop this, I wonder? Ooh, I like that it shows us where the resources are, look. That they'll be gathering from. It's kind of cool. It certainly makes it easier. That being said, wherever we pop this, it's probably not going to be permanent, right? And I'd like to remove as few trees as possible while doing it. That's how I operate. So we've got a nice bunch of berries here, don't we? So if we pop that there, maybe. Now Matt should come on over and get our gathering hut built. Oh, we did chop down a tree. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? I like watching them. He is victorious. Look at him go. Where would we be without Matt and Trent getting everything up and running? Excellent. So we need to start collecting berries from all of these lovely bushes. We shall rename this lady Isabel after another one of my channel members. There we go. And you will be a forager. There we go. Oh, it's such a pretty hat. And the basket on the back. Here we go. Off to work. Collecting berries. So we're working on the food. Pick a nice selection of berries and get them back to the hut. Oh, excellent. Nicely done, Isabel. Nicely done. So berries are rustic food. Storage 10. Produce output. Stalls and transit. Shall we assign another lady to gather berries? I think we will go with Squeezle. There we go. And forager. Because we can employ up to 3. Oh, look, we can see them actually gathering inside there. That's so lovely. Needs and happiness. Now that you have organised your labourers, you can tend to their needs and happiness. Make sure they have access to fresh water and housing. As for food, you will first need people to store and distribute the berries they collected. From there, your village will have everything needed to welcome its first wave of immigrants. Let's put this advice to practice. I have to decide where my people are going to build their houses. So let's build a residential zone. Okay. Now, of course, we know we're quite keen to build the residential area here. So we need to get our paintbrush. And we can increase this and we can reduce it. And I think we can change it to, a square, depending on how you want to do it. I'm quite happy with the circle. So I definitely would like the idea. We need to give them a good area, don't we? Thing is, I'd quite like to... Oh, new buildings available. I'd quite like to chop the trees down before they go randomly building, but I guess that's not happening. We do need to get roofs over their head fairly pronto. There's not loads of them there, is there? That being said, I probably don't... Oh, look, they'd already gone to build a house there. And I've removed the zone. I'm thinking about the future. And I'd quite like them to have a church surrounded by the residents. So I need room for that. Might start with this sort of zone. This might be good. Now, we can see that they are building a house just here. This one is going to collapse because I have removed the zone there, so that won't happen. And I like to name my houses. This is going to be 1 Brambleholt. That's going to be the name of this village. This is Brambleholt Village. Okay? We should probably sign more builders to help Matt here. Otherwise, this is going to take an absolute age. Let's see. Let's get that done. Because we've certainly got villagers kicking about to get on that. Sir Wolf Lover. After one of my channel members. Let's get them assigned to building. There we go, sir. Excellent. I'm really sorry, Cal. But you're Cal the impractical. That's not very nice, is it? Okay. But you will also be assigned a builder. There we go. And that should just help us move things along with building our little village here. Oh, look, more houses. Now, I number the houses, the order that the build requests come in, rather than a logical layout. It's just the way that it is. And what I'm doing as well is I've paused these two so that we can focus our efforts on and resources on this first house. So we're going to pause this one as well. And we'll get this one moved over here and added to the list. Get our village built. Oh, it's lovely. Oh. Cal is building this home. Fantastic. Oh, is this... I was about to say, is he building his own? But no. There we go. Oh, we have a house. And it's lovely. A nice little house. Okay. Let's bring this one over and unpause it, get it built. Number 2, Bramble Holt, is right at the back here. It'll be next door to the church, which is kind of nice. Oh, oh, oh. Going to pause the build on this one. Now, I do like to keep an eye on the house builds because this can happen quite a lot. And I like to make sure that the house is full before I allow another plot to be built. So we will be making sure that they're sort of, all fitting in there in a condensed, in a completely condensed way. So I won't approve I won't approve the building of a home unless it is fully occupied. Them's the rules. Unless we have an odd number of people. I think we should get somebody else working as a woodcutter. And I think we will name them Peluso Crookneck. After one of my... After one of my channel members. There we go. Oh my God, you're all so fabulous. You're all just so fabulous. Ooh, look. Cal's getting this one built. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it does mean that our woodcutters are gathering wood by cutting down the trees around this village centre area that we're carving out here. Because they do just sort of live in the woods. So our lumberjacks will start carving out the trees in this area so that we're no longer living in the middle of the woods. Just open it up, that'll be nice. But they like to gather here for a rest. This is where they come to rest, So it'd be nice to get a bit of light in. We've got dappled shade at the moment. But Peluso's putting in the good work to carve out the village centre. What a dude. So we have another house complete. Oh, yes. Shall we work on number 3? Where's this one? Here. Okay. Sir, incoming to clear the land for this new home. Excellent. We need to get everybody housed. So we do have 10 villagers. And we can see that we've got some here that are unhappy, they're unemployed. And that's what this icon is here. This is where they work. This is their home. Or we can just follow where they are. Oh, look. Cal's back. He's building number 3, Bramble Holt. Another little homestead. It's washing over there. Ah, excellent. Then we also need to get this one built. So number 4 Bramble Holt right next door. Ah. Excellent. Another full house that we can build after number 4. And they have sort of gathered around here, grouped in this area, which is kind of nice. Sweeping the grass, as you do. Oh, that's nice. Look, right next door. Lovely. Okay, number 5 then. Oh, we're getting through them. We're getting through them. Let's get this one constructed. So with 10 villagers, we should have 5 homes. Pluso is not moving in to number 2 Bramble Holt. Bramble Holt, number 2 Bramble Holt, is right back here. It couldn't be further from Peluso's workplace, and therein lies the trouble. It's too far away. I will fix that. I will fix that. I has a plan. So, building the final house. Number 5 here. And doing a mighty fine job, if I do say so myself. Now, we have 2 lumberjacks. We have Trent and Peluso. If I dismiss Peluso, so that he is no longer attached to this workplace, he should eventually move into here. We'll keep an eye on that. So we're going to rename my other villagers as well to channel members. I'm doing this now in join order, in case you're wondering. Kazakhul. Sarah or Sarah? I'm going to say Sarah. Yeah. Let me know though, Sarah. Which way you prefer me to say it. I'd like to get it right. Okay, I think that's everybody here named. Lovely. And we'll keep that going until I run out of members. Ah! Peluso has moved in. Excellent. So now we can assign him back to here. Now he'll complain that he lives too far from his work. But he will get it done. So our village has started. This is a weird one though, isn't it? That moved in right at the back here. It's a little bit of a weird one when the rest of them are right here. It's a shame that Peluso couldn't move in much closer, but there we are. In fact, maybe we could help Peluso out with that one. For example, Cal lives right here. So what we could do, just to make it a little bit easier, is we could make Cal a woodcutter instead. And we'll make Peluso a builder. And that way, Peluso's just living a little bit closer to home. See what I mean? You know? Hopefully that'll keep them happy. So the village centre has been cleared out quite well, which is fantastic. So I'm going to get rid of that. And what we might do is start having the woodcutters actually clear the village of trees. Start getting that sorted. Now with roofs over their head, we must build a well so they can quench their thirst. Now I like the idea of having the well in the village centre as well. So we're going to, I think, build it really quite close. So the well produces water to the villagers. It is going to require stone, which we're not yet producing, and then it has the wood and the gold. So I think I'm going to keep it close to here so that we can have a nice sort of village centre going on. Some pretty flowers here, which I don't really want to mess with. So I think I might build that there. That can be our well, which we can't yet build because we need stone. So we need a stone cutting camp, which produces stone. Again, we know that this is going right back here. We need to be mining these stones here. These are the only stones that we have. So it's back in what will be our industry area. Now we have entry points into it. I want it to be quite close so that we can have quite a speedy process here. So I think here, it's right by the stone. I mean, it's pretty good. So we need to get this built. And to get this built, we need wood and tools, which we have. And then we can start producing our stone and get the well built. Perfect. Stone cutter camp. Matt has arrived. I love the details, you know. I do. The chisels. The cart and that. I do enjoy the details. I think this game also sounds really great, which doesn't always happen with games. And I need decent sounds to sort of get really immersed. I love to be immersed in my worlds, you know. So we're going to need a stone cutter. Now, I think we will assign Sarah. She's living near the front here. So Sarah it is. Yeah. And I enjoy the little outfits that they wear, you know, depending on what their occupation is. And we've got no woodcutters here at the moment. Oh, there we go. Then Sarah will arrive. We do have 2 villagers unemployed. I suppose I could assign another, Chrissy. So we can start building up that stone. Yeah. It's got like that little outfit on and everything. We can see how far she is from the workplace. It's not great. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. And then we've got the stone. That's one. And if that is one at a time, then we might as well get Kazakal in as well. Get a full complement of women. The women's carving out the stone. We're going to produce water for all the peoples. It's crucial work. It's crucial work. To be fair, everybody's work here is crucial. It's no joke. Oh, look. Oh, it's Kazakal, everybody. Now, let's start getting the well produced. So the area is clear for the well, but of course we're going to need to bring the wood, which they're doing right now. In fact, it's... Oh, they've already brought the wood. Pelusa is now bringing the stone because we have gathered the stone. Oh, this is exciting. So we're going to build our well. And then they have the drinks because the lake's a bit far away, isn't it? It's a bit of a trot. But I think that's what we're going to have to pretend that they're drinking in this long interim of a couple of months. I play games slow, all right? I like to get immersed. Oh, he's doing a mighty fine job. Mighty fine job occurring here. Oh, tree in the way. And then the village centre has a watering hole. Isn't that grand? An infinite water source. Oh, how lovely. I need to design and build a market to ensure my villagers have access to food. So I need to build a village market that has a market stall and assign a new market tender and assign berries to said market. Okay. So what have we got here? Here we go. Village market provides resources to your villagers. And then we have the rustic market 10 to welcome protection for your precious merchandise and those who sell it. And then we also have the food stall. Sells rustic and refined food. Resource types to the villagers. Best suited to serfs. Market stall, market 10. Okay, we can sort them. So, again, I'm sort of making this my market sort of area, village centre, aren't I? So, somewhere around here, near the well, I think. I mean, it is possible that some of these things will get repositioned later. But I think that might work if we sort of build some stalls about. You know, I think this works. So, I am only building the actual stall, not the cover for the moment, because I want to keep hold of that cloth. Matt will be victorious in building this small market stall. Now, I think what I might do, we're going to need somebody to work the market stall. So I'm going to pull one of the ladies off the stone cutting camp. Bumbleton is now a village. New ruler title unlocked. Lord and Lady.